Hi guys. Okay, we're all set.
Oh, it's October.
If I can have everybody get in their seats, we're gonna go bell to bell, so I appreciate your cooperation today. Do I have any projects that you need to hand in? Are projects all in?
I remember we had to do last year.
Okay, not ready with it. Okay, not ready with that. Okay, we can take it anytime today. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's Desiree's birthday today. Happy birthday. Come on, ladies. We need you. I need you today. Let's go. Thank you. Bye, Tessa. Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day. Your backpack's open.
Yes, her backpack. She's trying to get the smell of skunk out of the bag. All right, guys. Thanks. Listen, I realize that you wrapped up the colonial unit. We wrapped up the colonial unit, ending with the colonist rebellion against who?
The French and Indians.
The king of.
Britain.
The king of, yes, the king of England, right? The rebellion came on the heels of, what were those acts called? Stamp Act, Sugar Act, Townshend Acts, and finally the Intolerable Acts, right? Angered the colonists, okay? Mr. Ringland showed you yesterday the road to war and the attack and how we won the war, and now we are ready for a government of our own. Okay, so in order to get that freedom, colonists needed to govern themselves. So what does it mean to govern ourselves?
Let people do it for themselves.
Yeah, with rules and laws, right? So this week we're going to look at the Constitution. That's the law of our land. Good afternoon, good morning. Hi. Do you have a pass?
Yes.
Okay, great. You want to just have a seat, and we'll get going here. Okay, so the Constitution is the law of our land, and that's where we get our instructions. And how important do you think this document is, our Constitution? What would we be? How would we be without it?
Trash.
Yeah, well, there'd be no rules. And I know that we probably don't know what's in it. We don't know how long it's in, but we certainly do know we have our rights in the Constitution. So this week, we're going to take a look at the Constitution, the anatomy of the Constitution. Tomorrow, we're going to do a couple worksheets. Thursday, we're going to switch to our textbooks with vocabulary. And then Friday, we're going to do one of those section quizzes. We'll use our textbook. We'll get into groups. And we will do that. And then, of course, every Friday, Mr. Ringland asks for 2 days off for you guys, so we won't have to come back till Monday. He's nice like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little video clip of why we think the Constitution is important. And then we're going to do a little paperwork. We're going to do another little quiz. And we're going to have to go from bell to bell because I need to get a lot of information in. Let me put the video clip up for you. And it is about the importance, why our Constitution is important to us. It's just about 2 minutes, so if you bear with me, we'll get this up. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to try to make...
I happen to carry a copy of the Constitution with me at all times.
Really? Why?
I do, because it's our most important document. It's where we all started, our country, we the people of the United States. It governs how we operate in this country. It means everything. It says who passes.
Can you see, guys?
It's vitally important to us. This little document, the Constitution, has enabled this country to live, to prosper, to develop, to be respected around the world. It's what governs our system. And I think it's done a remarkably good job through the years. We should be very proud of it. We should remember what it is and learn about it. We should teach successive generations about it and encourage young people to know and understand the Constitution.
Okay, folks. Pretty important, don't you think?
Yep.
What we have today is I want to tell you that in order to get all the benefits of this Constitution, you have to be an American citizen. What do you think it means to be an American citizen?
Born in the
Someone who
United
pays
States.
Born in the United States
and someone who pays taxes.
and pay your taxes. Very good. Right. And any immigrant who comes to the United States has to take a little quiz. to prove that they know about the United States and the Constitution. So I took the liberty of just taking like 10 of those questions, and I want to distribute this to you, and we'll just take the quiz really, really quick to see what kind of American citizen you are. Let's see how we'll do this. You want to distribute these out for me, honey?
Sure.
We'll get going with that. And I'll just read them real quick to you. There are just a couple little questions of your knowledge
I was like a couple
of being an American. You might laugh at some of the questions, huh, Max? You might laugh at some of the questions, but in order to obtain citizenship in the United States and get the liberties and the freedoms in our Constitution, you have to pass this test. Okay, Max needs one, and we'll get going.
Lucas.
Thanks, honey. Max needs one. Okay, number 1, and just circle your answer. Sorry that I didn't get all the rest of the stuff off of here, but we'll be good. We'll be good.
We need Lucas.
Number 1, and this is no. Thank you. Number 1 asks, what is the capital of the United States? You can shout it out if you know it.
Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Shara. Okay. Number 2. What do we call the first 10 amendments of the Constitution? Just circle. Circle. That's right. Just circle it, because I'm going to let you grade this on your own when you're done, just to see where you stand as a citizen. Number 3 asks, what kind of government does the United States have? Socialist, Republican, democracy, or communist? Circle 1 for me.
Can you
What's
read
the
that one more
name?
time?
What, honey?
Can you read that one more?
Okay, I'm reading number 3 again. What kind of government does the United States have? Socialist, Republican, democracy, or communist?
Alright, next one.
Next, what is the name of our national anthem? My country, 'tis of thee, the Star-Spangled Banner, America the Beautiful, or God Bless USA? The USA. Yes, dear.
This is your answer sheet or something.
I gave you the answer sheet,
Yeah, it says thank you, Mrs. Z. It's mine says-
which teachers might often do. Okay, I'll
keep
switch.
it.
You can keep it. Here, I'll switch with you. Let me just switch with you. But thank you for telling me. Oh, you weren't going to? He wasn't going to, but thank you for telling me, Max. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Okay, number 5. Yes, I know you know this. How many changes or amendments are there to the Constitution?
I know this.
Circle 1. I think you do. I think we asked someone to look that up on the computer last year.
Do you want to put
Number
our
6.
names on this?
You can, if you want. Yep. Some of you might not know this, but Mr. Ringland and I certainly do. What is the last day you can send in federal tax forms? Another great question on why we know we're a citizen. Who becomes the President of the United States if the President and the Vice President should die? An election is held, the Secretary of Defense, the Supreme Court appoints someone, or the Speaker of the House. Gentlemen, what do you think? Number 8. How many original states were there? 25, 2, 13, or 50? Number 9. Just testing your pre-knowledge here. In what year was the Constitution written? 1645, 1801, 1787, or 1492? You need lotion? I'll give you some. I have some on my back desk when we're done.
Can you read 8?
I shall read 8 for you. I am reading number 8 for anyone else who needs it. How many?
does it say thank you, Mrs. Z?
Because I'm just thanking you for doing this for me.
Original states.
How many
who said
original
that?
states were there? No, she doesn't have the answers. They all should say, thank you, Mrs. Z. How many original states were there, honey? 25, 2, 13, or 50?
Now 7.
Going back to 7. Who becomes the President of the United States if the President and Vice President should die? An election is held, the Secretary of Defense, The Supreme Court appoints someone or the Speaker of the House.
Number 9 is C.
Did somebody go ahead to number 9? We did that. Are you okay, Troy? Good. What's the minimum voting age in the United States? 21, 18, 16, or 28?
Oh, I didn't get number 1. You guys went too fast.
Okay, what's the capital of the United States?
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. You're so quiet all the other times. I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, Nancy, you were grading them.
Well, I'll give you the answers right now, and then you can grade yourself. Okay? 1 is D, because Max was so kind to give me my answer key back. 2 is A. 3 is D.
Ooh, where did I go now?
Oh, what'd you put for that one?
No credit?
What is it, 2 is A?
Oh, I'm sorry. 3 is C.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I had it right.
I'm sorry. No, not communist. But Mr. England.
Isn't it 4B?
Yes. That was a
wow.
Freudian slip.
What's 5?
5 is A.
Wait,
Ooh,
what's
I got
4?
that one wrong.
Yes.
That one, right?
Oh, we have good citizens here.
I'm not saying.
I only got 1 wrong.
Where's
My
B? All
country
right,
kids are
all
being-
right. You don't have to share if you don't want
I'll
to.
put the start
6
date
is
in
D.
November.
When you get old enough, you'll know it's April
Starts in
15th.
November.
7, D.
Well, it's 5.
8 is C. 9 is C. And 10. You have to be
18.
18. Okay, so I hope you're all citizens now so that we can enjoy the rights and liberties of your Constitution, because I just want to, yes, honey.
9 was D or C?
C.
See, yeah.
I got 6.
Oh.
So, when you come to this country, you might ask yourselves, where does the government get their instructions? Where does the government get their instructions?
President? Oh, Constitution.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's what Sandra Day O'Connor was talking about, our Constitution. It's broken up into 9 parts, but the first paragraph in it is called the preamble. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The preamble introduces us to the Constitution, and it explains what the Constitution is meant to do. So, I will give you these. This is a booklet of the Constitution. Turn to page 1. Preamble is there. And I'm going to put it up on the smartboard for you.
Yeah. This is classic. Yeah.
Is this the
Here
new
it
one or the
is.
original
Go.
one?
Now,
This is
all my
great.
friends in English,
Want this.
we have been doing what in English for 3 weeks?
Is this the original one or is this the new one?
Copy.
Yeah, but is it the copy of the original?
got
Copy,
a copy
copy.
of it. It smells like skunk.
I'm sorry, my dog did get skunked last night, and I tried very hard to not bring that smell in here.
Is this the
Lucas,
original?
you're busy. Here's another distribute. What we're gonna do, you guys have been doing, what have you been doing in English? Close reads, and you've been doing a wonderful job. We're gonna pick apart the preamble today so that you get a better understanding of where our Constitution starts. So I am handing, Lucas is distributing a copy, not passing out, because Anthony told me passing out means passing out. He'd rather have me use the word distribute. Big SAT word, distribute. Thank you. So, I have it up on the smart board. We're going to read it through once. Does anyone want to read it for me?
No.
One sentence at a time. I'm afraid to touch this
We need
board.
the people.
Okay, we're going to read it through, and then we are just going to dissect it just the way we've been doing in our close reads in English. Okay? Marilyn, you ready? Go ahead. You want to read the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right, now the only thing that I might have a problem with is moving it up. I might have to go to the computer. So, go ahead and start for me.
We the people of the United